It's your boy Carcino. We are back mobily. Oh yes. 2 days is too long. Oh, we got a lot to see. Hit the like button coming through the door. Yes, I appreciate all of you. We're trying to get all of this done right now. What's up, Ronaldo? So it looks like the government is trying to find out who are these people helping Diddy's defense. I'm not saying it was me. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying a word of where this information that they got, that they submitted to the defense, that they intend to exhibit. I don't know where they got this information from. These lascivious claims that I somehow am working with the team defense for the Diddy trial is outrageous. Now, mysteriously, some information came up that happened to be in one of the videos that I provided for you guys to listen to, that you heard about and seen. Don't forget to hit the like button though. You came in here. Like it up. Yes, hit the like button. We appreciate it. Oh yeah, Knicks game 6 live tonight will be going down. Mom will be leaving in a few hours, and actually 1 hour. She's packing it up now, so I will be available for the game. Might be a little bit late because I got to go drop her off and then come back. But first things first. So, the prosecution is upset. The actual government wants to look and to see how did this information come about. So they're scoping the whole internet to find out how did they get this information. So what they're trying to do is go to Diddy Combs' own personal private YouTube channel and try to submerge his information, trying to bar it because it has the information on there that basically exonerates him from a lot of this testimony that this Mia person has done. And we all know who Mia is. Well, we do. So someone decided to enter that information. Because they did not make her name public, I'm not finna make a video saying this is that woman. That's not what I'm finna do. Not finna put myself in a legal situation. But all I gotta tell you is that the internet is 100% correct. Not one person got it wrong. That's exactly who it is. I've known since the trial started who that person was. But because they couldn't reveal her name and identity, I couldn't do it for you. If you can understand that. The defense is scrambling to try to stop and suppress information. If your client is telling the truth, why do you want to suppress the information for? All of these testimonies should be thrown out. You have people saying that they are an escort when they're not. And they have to strike that out of the evidence. So the defense is finding new stuff, and they said, well, where did you get it? They said, we got this at 1 o'clock in the morning. And I said, oh man, they got it. Y'all know I'm up late. Not saying it's me, I'm just saying, you know I'm up late. So they got it at 1 in the morning. So they told the judge, like, judge, as you can see, we got this at 1 in the morning. Like this, we send you something at 1 o'clock in the morning, you know it's important to the case. And they were like, but it's only 20 seconds. They was like, we want impeachment. We think this woman is acting on the stand. Right now, she's acting. So they want an impeachment done. Now, there's a clip of a woman acting out a scene at Diddy's party. And this is a woman who claims she's been essayed and R-worded by Diddy multiple times throughout the relationship. That's all she talks about. So she's, this happened to me. I'm so traumatized. I had to see a therapist. You saw a therapist because you were fired. You tried a civil suit for $10 million and you only got $200,000. Do you know why you only got the $200,000? Because that was from unpaid bonuses. That was it. That's the only reason. And you never brought up any SA. You were suing for $10 million and never brought up any SA assaults. Why would we believe you now? When you could have used that to get money the first time around. I was ashamed of it, but you're not ashamed now? Oh, they need you to say that. These people are not credible. Everything in her tweets contradicts everything that she said on the stand. This Mia person. Everybody's regurgitating hearsay and their own perceptions on what people's state of mind was. You can't tell people what Diddy's state of mind is while he's doing something. He was crazy. He was deranged. You can't tell him his state of mind. He was crazy. What's crazy? You see, everybody understands that this is a trial of hearsay and internet. We've been talking about domestic violence for 13 days of trial to try to say he just beat up everybody he saw now. So, okay, Diddy just beating up everybody then. Why are we here? If that's what we're going to do, why are we here? If this trial is such a lockdown, how are we able to find this information? Meaning the internet, not me, government, even though y'all been coming after my channel trying to shut me down. But why is the government not able to find its information? Because they don't want it found. They don't want it brought up. They know it's there. They know what it does. They know Cassie taking pictures with a gun in her mouth that they got excluded from evidence is damaging to the fact that that woman said and claimed what? She doesn't like guns. No gun, no gun. Can't be around a gun. We seen that, right? We seen that behavior. Hit the like button up, y'all. We seen that behavior, so we know what it's about. No gun. When I see guns, I get sick. Cassie, let's forget about Gene Deal before this trial even started. Said, man, D-Rock told me that he was up in the diner and Suge guys had a press. He had no way to get out. And Cassie, he called Diddy. And Cassie came up in the diner with 2 pistols and gave it to him. That's how he got up out of there. So he called Puff and Cassie came in with 2 pistols and gave him the Gene. Gave him the D-Rock. according to Gene Deal's story that D-Rock told him personally. And this is before the trial started. See, I listen to everything. So when I heard them tell their story, Diddy had 3 guns on his lap. Then how did D-Rock get the guns? Now they saying like Diddy went up in there with the guns. You see how it don't make sense now? That story don't make any sense. So, once again, all of this information is on the internet. The defense could look it up for themselves. Now, when people start to look at this trial and they start to see all the holes that is put in this trial, Diddy should have been home. He should have had bail. There's no reason for him to be in jail. Now, all of a sudden, all these people want to corroborate that a fictional name like Frank Black is Diddy and that, oh, that's his nickname. Oh, that's a nickname. Well, all these guys said it's your nickname. Doesn't make it so. You could say Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman. It don't make it so. I don't care how many people you get to say it. Where's the documentation proving that that's the case? Other than that, it's hearsay. You're repeating what the last person just said. That's all you're doing. Well, they said it. Okay, what about these people? Yeah, they said it. Okay, all these people said it. Does it make it effing true? No. I mean, this is the internet. The whole internet transcripts is on there. This woman admitted that she talked to Cassie. They got on video having lunch with Cassie in public. She's Cassie's best friend. Now, all of a sudden, you only talk to Cassie about life, not the trial. Bullshit. Look, we know what's going on here. Hit the like button up. Subscribe to the page if you're new. They ain't gonna let no new people in here, but still, subscribe to the page if you're new. Check to make sure all your notifications are on, because they don't want you getting a notification. They don't want anybody seeing my videos, period. We understand it. We get it. You don't like me. Cool. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. All the people that was involved in the situations, oh, let's get there. Because it needs to be said, though it hurts to say. Thank you, man. Somebody else in here that knows that this is fishy. And it's a lot of people like that outside. They don't want to put those people on camera and highlight these people. These people outside the trial saying Cassie wanted these freak offs. She was calling Diddy like, yo, I want to get down. Anybody call somebody and say, I want to F and get this thing set up, you've done that. I just want to make him happy. He didn't ask you for nothing. You called him and asked, said that's what you want to do. You went and got the supplies. He didn't tell you to do it. You went and got it. Why are we acting dumb? Everybody walking around acting real stupid. Like, well, I don't know, that could have meant, you don't know. Cassie could have been like, because sometimes you like prisoner to the psychological damage that this man been doing because he putting hands on her. Nobody should be putting hands on anybody. But if he hitting you as many times as they saying in this trial, leave. Because you're not going to last long. Leave. And all these people that supposedly cared about you so much, they never suggested for you to leave. Matter of fact, they stayed. They were still working there. You should have been like, Carrie Morgan, I'm out. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Michael Parker said, I tried to tell everyone that they were saying Gia was the nail in the coffin to wait until the attorney still had a crack at me, innocent. Exactly. And that's not even Gia. That's not Gia. Gina, rather. Oh, you mean Mia. Is that what you were saying? But I thought you thought that was meaning Gina. No, that's not her. But I'm going to tell you another thing. All of this trial and all of this blah, blah, blah that hoopla is going on is a waste of people's time. It's a waste of y'all time and energy. So people who got lucid dreams and lucid imaginations about what's going on out here in the world, this is what's going on out here in the world. These people are playing games right in front of your face. So if y'all feeling a certain way, they're making you feel that way. Straight up. Now, let's get back to what we've discovered in all of this. All of this hearsay. When the defense gets to cross these people, most of these people, they don't even need to talk to. It's like the fire inspecting chief, right? You're the chief, right, of the fire department. You're investigating a case. And while investigating the case, guess what you decide to do? You said, and while investigating the case, that you were going to that you were going to overtly stop investigating. He says it's an open investigation. What the hell is it open for? Who are you waiting on, Diddy? I hope you ain't waiting on Diddy, because you're going to be waiting a long damn time. Now, they say it's an open investigation, right? This is an open case. Why would this case be open? You should have just closed it off. Because, look, first of all, he has another Porsche in the garage. 1. 2, it was amateur hour, whoever did it. 3, fingerprints on the bottle that didn't get burnt off from the little fire that took place. It never exploded. It was supposed to, they saying this was a message. Oh, it wasn't a message. It was just clear that this is some nonsense. That's all. Okay, there they are, trying to knock people off. Here they go. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come, y'all. Here they come. You was wondering when the government was going to get involved. Yeah, now you see, right? Now you see. Hit the like button, subscribe to the page so you don't miss nothing. See, they don't want you to hear the truth. Now, this fire inspector who did the investigation, right, did all of this thoroughly. They got prints on the bottle. And the prints on the bottle, he made an observation that because it was a silk thing, that it was a message being sent. Yeah, I think it was a message. What was the message? So because he used a silk thing to light it, they used a silk thing to light it and put it on fire? A message was being sent? What was the message? Mr. Fire Detective Guy. You're a fire detective guy. Okay? So you detected that a message was sent from fire. That's quite amazing. What else did he imagine? Prints on the bottle. DNA comes back that it is female. Female, not male. Sean Diddy Combs is a male. And yet again, we're still questioning if it's a male or female situation. Now check this out. Check this out, because this is where it's gonna get interesting. There was a glove, one glove found. Like the damn OJ trial, we got the glove. So the glove is there. Now, because the glove is there, they find a glove, and instead of investigating, dust the glove for prints to see who left a glove there, they ask Kid Cudi about this glove. He says, oh, that's mine. So they don't even investigate it. So they said, you are a fire inspector. You find a glove outside of a crime scene. You get prints and dust for DNA on a bottle, but you see a glove, and because the person who owns the vehicle say the glove is mine, you don't test it. Yep, that's what happened. That means that guy is incompetent and is an idiot. The people that I know that are in the courtroom said the jury's not buying Mia's story, and the black jurors especially are giving her the side eye. Nobody's buying her crap, especially after they cross-examination. But that's not even the big kicker. The biggest kicker in this whole thing was that this fire inspector is inept at his job. Because if you're going to you're investigating a crime. Did it ever occur to you that the person who owns the vehicle could be defrauding the insurance company on his car? So that's why you should investigate? Because maybe his prints is on something too? What you think because he owned the car, he's not going to damage the car? There's plenty of people who have damaged their own vehicles for insurance purposes. So this is what I mean about doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Yeah, I saw this too. I guess I'm just getting older, but I guess my head, when it goes down, my eyebrows is starting to go. Well, when you age, that's it. Now, if I'm saying things that are reality, he said, I thought about that too, insurance fraud. I'm not saying he did it, but I'm saying that's on the ticket. That's on the docket. You have got to investigate everything. You can't just investigate what you want. And because the guy said, oh, well, that's mine, we're not going to investigate it. No, you dust for the prints. You found a glove outside the car. They'll definitely grab that. That's essential. But you chose and opted not to do that. So why is the investigation even open? And it should be closed like a door. Because you've already screwed that up. Now, when everyone wakes up and realizes what's going on, then, things will be more into perspective. Yep. Okay, you ain't packed up yet. You can call me again. You ain't even dressed. I thought you were dressed and ready to go.
No, China just sent some day after graduation. I thought you said we was leaving at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to put my clothes. I am packed. I just got that for the last bathroom stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what happened?
Then I had to go through the runaround and get a. They don't do the. Nobody do the real refurbished anymore. So I had to go and get another phone. And at Best Buy, you can get them unlocked. So that's what I did. And they just put a SIM card in. Huh?
That's the T-Mobile phone?
No, it's from Best Buy.
You bought a phone?
No, it's one of those, like, they call them unlocked ones, but yeah, you got to go there.
Burner phone?
I guess if you want to call it that. Everything works on the phone. You can call. All right. I'm gonna go on my walk. Yep. Now, like I was saying. Now that's mom. Mom is getting ready to leave. I gotta go take her back to the city so she can get on our plane. Everybody's got a graduation going off today. Family members are graduating from high school. You know, shouts out to all the graduates. Man, it must have been a year. Everybody was just getting down 18 years ago, boy. Jesus. Everybody's graduating this year. I'm like, damn. Was this something that went on like a comet? And everybody started popping out babies? Because this is probably the biggest graduation year I have ever seen. Yeah, and that Nancy Gray. You know that Diddy is guilty, right? You know you're always moving around. Like, at least my eyes move, Nancy. Nancy Grace is looking like she was pissed off. She didn't had all that plastic surgery done. Her eyes can't even move no more. She got her skin all the way back here. It's Nancy Grace. And you know Diddy is guilty, right? Right. I actually go off the evidence. If this was a domestic violence case, they could throw Diddy in the jail cell. Just off the video. But here's the thing. All these other people who talking about Diddy hit me too, they have no evidence. Nothing. Only person that can say they got hit is Cassie. Everybody else is just saying Diddy beat them, they were scared, and it's like, okay, you're repeating the same thing this person said. You're even using the same verbiage. So a lot of it is nonsense. But here is something I find very interesting. This Teaser Tales person. She comes along and starts making up stories again. She was like, you know, Diddy don't have to get found guilty on the domestic violence and all this stuff. It's just like they did Al Capone. You know, we know he was murdering all these people and he was doing all this. And then he spent his whole life in jail till he died. I'm like, woman, Al Capone did not die in jail. Where did they get this woman from? He was convicted. He served time in jail. He got out of jail. He's happy to see you. Yeah, Teaser Tales is a little rat. My buddy's down there at the trial. He the one recording, and he got the camera. He running up on people, like, and she's running up on Gene Deal like a groupie. But when somebody else, another YouTube creator, tried to come up to her and talk about their channel, like, hey, I got my channel. Could I just get a picture with you? She was, I'm doing something right now. And got her head down, so he got to take a picture with her. Oh, look what I got with me, teaser tail. She was, and put her head down. But Gene Deal, she was like a groupie. She run up on Gene Deal. Hi, Gene. I know you have nothing to do with the case, but I want to say, since you don't like Diddy, I like you, Gene Deal. I'm a groupie that don't know nothing, who's famous for absolutely nothing.
You got a live video going.
Yeah, that's got to talk to the world about the nonsense that's going on in the world.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too, bud. So, why am I hating? It's not hating. I hate the fact, I even commented on our video and corrected her that Al Capone did not die in jail. But you have these people she's misleading on the internet. Most of her followers is about, what, 87% female. So all of these people are demographics, are female. The majority of them are African American. And they are totally being misled by a person who's talking an absolute. Diddy is so guilty. Oh, he is done. The defense, oh, they are through. Let me tell you, they look so bad. They took a beating today. Oh, they just got destroyed today. And I'll be like, how did the defense get destroyed today when the whole day was cross-examination where the defense spoke? They had one redirect and everything else was basically the defense. And that's when she had made that ridiculous comment. So it's like, okay, she was there with an agenda. Hey. So she was there for an agenda. That was all that was about. Yeah, it had nothing to do with all of the stuff anybody else was saying. It had something to do with her. Her agenda of just trying to convict Diddy through the internet. Why they submerge all her content to the top and then start throwing me to the ground because I'm telling the truth. I'm talking about the actual case. Now that they have this new evidence and new information that they're presenting into trial, I'm still wondering why we didn't see the photo of Cassie after the Diddy situation, after her relationship with Diddy, completely topless, holding her boobs with her fists in a modeling pose, when she's talking about she was too shy and she couldn't get opportunities. She didn't have anything, everything closed down when she got away from Diddy. And this proves to be a lie. She had opportunities when she left Diddy. She was doing all these other things. She was in magazines. She was paid. She was doing her modeling gigs and getting her money. Diddy didn't stop that. The pose she took with the gun in her mouth that they couldn't put in exhibit, that she was screaming out, "We don't want that in exhibit." Shows Cassie doesn't have a fear of guns, does it? So it's been a lot of theatrics you have seen here. A lot of people trying to promote books. You know, this is what I'm saying when people are writing a book and they're talking about the two people they're writing about is going against each other in a trial, and you're writing a book, you're using this for publicity. Yeah, I go by the name The Punisher. Yeah, frozen meat in the freezer. That's my new book. Frozen meat in the freezer. Yeah, Punisher. So, yeah, it's crazy. The Punisher, the one who slipped up and said Cassie was enjoying it down the road because she wanted to do it with no protection. So that's how he knew she was enjoying it. And they was stop. We don't need the details. Yeah, but them keep reiterating that she didn't want to do it, she seemed forced. All of these things that they found to not be the case. None of them had the wherewithal to ask any questions. You know what people did? They sat there and they started going with the whole entertainment value of the process, and it becomes a massive headache for people around. Yeah, the clutter, all of it. It's multiple reasons. Hey, how you doing?
I saw that. Is that his son?
Yes, I'm like, seriously?
I know. Well, you know who's, I mean, I've been watching Black Guerrero's kid for a long time, and he's a beast.
I remember one of those.
I'm shocked. I mean, in LA, it's arrested for. Well, so many resellers these days. It's just everyone trying to. There's plenty of stuff here people can make money on. It just hasn't been consistent. Like, we advertise all over, like, in the garage. I told them.
Dartboard. It works. A old waffle maker. I remember those. Table. I probably could get that in the car. That's nice. I might have to come get that one when I bring my car around.
Okay.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Yep. What's up? Tanisha Gilbert. Well, let me reiterate a few things. Issue number one is that most people, and I mean most, they don't find a way to get to a point where everything is, people get to a point of acceptance of situations. All you have to do is really interview domestic victims, people who are really traumatized. this behavior is not common with that. People who are really traumatized are not going to go back to the events, post photographs. They're not going to go back and post photographs. They're not going to go back and post some photographs with the person that traumatized him with his shirt off, talking about, ooh, sexy times. And it's like, why are you doing this? You weren't asked to do it. Nobody said, hey, why don't you go on your social media and do this? You were voluntarily doing it and was loving it. So why lie now? And the prosecution, what they called a six-pack of white women, was the best description from them. This isn't the very best the government got to try this case. Why are they here? For the optics. Jury will believe a white woman in distress over a black man. So let's get 5 of them and stick them out there. This is more than a humiliation ritual. This is a career ender. Okay, if Diddy win the case, you think Diddy goes back to work? You think it's party at Diddy's again? Nobody's coming around Diddy. That's dead in the water. All these games now, it's softball time. Softball leagues, kids are back at the park, school's out. And everybody's ready to roll. Now, the ridiculous has been going on for so long. They have continued. Okay. Yeah, they got games going on, everything. I don't defend Diddy's character. You know, I don't know how that turns people on peeing on somebody. All right, they're on the bases. Good hit. Now, he can rebrand. Did he suffer from bipolar disorder? How is he bipolar? I mean, the man has anger issues. But it's funny to me how they call up Suge Knight, a man who has beaten women, a man talking about, yeah, see, because Diddy, see, he beat Capricorn ass. See, because she used to work for me, and I ain't never put my hands on her. He can still get away with everything. See, because I try to help him. You know, I tried to help Capricorn. But I think because she used to work with me, that what made him want to beat on her. You know, because he was always jealous of me. But me and him were never on the same level. So I distribute my own record. See, he had to go to Clyde and all those other guys and get permission. Thank the Lord. So, Suge Knight, a man who's been accused of having people beat up, having people murdered, is sitting there actually having a conversation about Sean Puffy Combs, a man who's known to be a considerable liar, lies about almost everything. This man done told you about 5 times, 5 different people who killed Tupac. Man, it was Reggie Wright and my wife, my ex-wife Sharpe. Yeah, they had to do it. Then Puffy was involved, and then they somehow got the money involved, right? Now Puffy, he got the Crips to go on and do it. How many times is Suge Knight gonna change the story? Yeah, hit the like button up. Suge done changed the story so many times, I can't even keep up with it. It was Suge. I mean, it was Puffy. It was this guy, it was that guy. Right? Then he flips it all the way over. It was Tupac is in Cuba. Why they ain't arresting nobody? If this guy said he was there when Tupac died and was killed, why they ain't arresting nobody? You know, because they know like I know, man. Tupac alive, man. He in Cuba. Now, why would you be saying stuff like that? Why would you do an interview days after Tupac was shot, talking about, I got a bullet in my head, and the doctor said that if it go another inch, it would hit my spine, and I'd have been paralyzed. Where in the world would you even get that? And why would you be telling this lie? The man was never shot. He was cut by flying glass. He got 3 stitches, like 3, 4, 5 stitches, and went home. Of course he exaggerates stories. Or make them all the way up. Suge's in jail trying to get money any which way he can. You ever wonder why he stopped doing interviews with Dave Mays? Just ask yourself that. Then he started going on everywhere, Art of Dialogue, everywhere else, right? Dave Mays and Suge Knight situation started to go left immediately. When Suge was going on CNN, going on this place, getting $1,000 here, $2,000 there, $3,000 here. Anybody gonna pay him? Anything he said about Diddy will be jaded, will not be correct, and will be a lie. Diddy is an honest human being? No. Diddy's a liar too. Diddy tell lies, but he tells lies for reasons. Diddy lie to keep the real stuff away. Like, I don't need this in the press. I ain't finna tell you what really went down when some gangster stuff happened. Bad boys move in silence, so I have nothing to say to you. But if you want to ask me what happened, I'm gonna give you a nice PG story that's totally fictional, but here it is. But if some real gangster stuff went down, I can't sit there and say I'm finna sit here and tell you that. Diddy is not the type to sit around and talk about gangster stuff. He don't do that. When do you see Diddy do that in any of his interviews? Saying, I remember the time we rolled down this guy, right? And then they just start blasting. Top, top, top. He don't get into all that. Diddy done been in a lot of situations. But he don't highlight those. I'm just gonna say, whoever Mia is, the internet is absolutely correct. So, no one has gotten that wrong yet that I've seen. I knew going into the trial who she was, but I can't make that public. I'm not even gonna put the Patreon in jeopardy by making it public over there. Now, yeah, I've seen Diddy on a number of occasions, mostly from Floyd Mayweather's side of things. So, when you start seeing complications arise, you start seeing complications arrive when different people start to engage in different scenarios. Like when you see me, you don't see anybody else. Like Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather was about to have a crash out in the club. Diddy had brought Rick Ross. he didn't know Floyd and Rick Ross had a problem. He really didn't know. He knew 50 and him had a problem, which caused 50 to fall out with Diddy again, because him getting behind Rick Ross. And Diddy is like, this dude hating on me again? Like, man, what's wrong with this dude? So the problems ensued. They came about in a different way. Now the guy, Jeremy, who was working with Diddy, he came by and he said a couple words for Rick Ross. Rick Ross was like, yo, I thought we were all cool. He was, man, I thought we was all good, Puff. Man, Floyd team giving me looks. He was like, I thought that, man, y'all beefing over this, man, let that go. Like, what is y'all even fighting over? He was like, man, I just want to talk to him, man, one-on-one. Just let us have a talk. We ain't gonna have no problems, Puff. I guarantee. Puff is like, oh, man. It was the wrong time, too. Because at that time, not only was Puff right there ready to go, like, not only was Puff ready to do his thing, I mean, Floyd had about all of his mob there that day. Like, about 30, 40 dudes from Chicago was there. Like, everybody's ready to rumble. So it don't make no sense for anyone to feel a certain type of way. You doing the grass? Yeah, well, probably because of the battery. But society is the reason this is going on. Oh, absolutely. They say not Capricorn Clark. Capricorn Clark, right? The one that wrote all the love letters to Diddy. What was Capricorn Clark's complaint? Really? Right? What was her complaint? See, the powerful effect of Capricorn Clark was that she took up a whole day. And once again, Capricorn Clark started thanking Diddy for all he did. Oh, he did this, he did that. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sean Diddy Combs, you did this. Oh, Sean Diddy Combs, you did that. That's why I want you guys to go on the Patreon, because I've already discussed about Capricorn Clark and what she was put in charge. This is a woman that claimed Diddy roughhoused her one time. Now, this is a man who, according to everybody else, is beating everybody up every day. But then he touched her one time. Right? This is a person that also says she does drugs. And she didn't want to do it, and she was forced to do drugs. But it was not something that was in her wheelhouse. But she's always openly spoken very positively about Sean Diddy Combs. Very positively. Spoke about him constantly. Yeah, it was like, I love this business and I want to work in this business and I can't get a job nowhere else. Why couldn't you get a job nowhere else? Puff would say, no, I was insubordinate. Interscope called me in to say, leave Puff alone. But she got hired for a job. Chris Lighty hired her for a job. So if Chris Lighty hires you for a job and he just happened to die the next day, trying to allude as if Diddy had something to do with Chris Lighty's death. Of course. Diddy wiped everybody out. Biggie wiped Biggie out, wiped Pac out, right? According to these people. They just want to put Diddy as the problem to everything. And it was probably Diddy. Diddy, it's not smart. Diddy wouldn't have nothing to do with that. He don't move that way. Even Gene Deal, the one y'all swear by, Gene Deal told you, that's not how Puff move, man. Puff, nah, man. Puff ain't gonna do nothing like that. Now, he's already told y'all that. Now, when Gene Deal first got on the internet, me and Gene clashed because he was coming off as anti-Diddy, you know, just like he sounded more like a disgruntled employee. So me and him spoke about it and talking about he was risking his life and all these different things, and Rick got it all hooked up and squared out. And I thought we was all good, you know, at that point. And we are to this day. You know, other people try to kick up dust for us to have a beef, but I might disagree with things that he say. Like if he say something I disagree, we don't have a beef. I just don't agree with what he said. Or he might not have the information correct. Like with Andre Harrell, I knew that was 100% inaccurate. Andre Harrell did not have anything to do with no Tupac, period. He was really trying to help Tupac. Whatever was going on with Jack and Pac and all that, they had nothing to do with Andre Harrell. They was there because they was recording a song. Okay? The whole incident about the jacking was supposed to happen down there. Nobody was supposed to get even shot. So them being in the studio didn't have anything to do with it. He didn't even know, Puff didn't even know Biggie then was on the top floor recording. Because it's like going in an apartment building. If you're on the second floor, you don't know what's going on the third floor, fourth floor. You on your floor. And that's how that studio was. So they didn't know what was happening. If they wanted Pac gone and they would set him up to be assassinated, why are they helping him? When he come in there all shot up, they the one getting ice, abandoning him, calling 911. Why is all Andre and Puff the one jumping up helping you? And they look like they saw a ghost when they saw me. Yeah, they just saw a man open the door and he's all shot up. And he's sitting around like he ain't. He's smoking a cigarette like, man, I can't believe it. This dude's tried to kill me, man. And he was like, man, look, here, get this. Your head bleeding, here's some towels. Like, dog, you've been shot up. Like, where's 911? They calling up 911, trying to help this man, help save his life. Well, a lot of y'all like to believe in fantasy and, you know, that's just what y'all believe in. A lot of fantasy appeal and things of that nature. So, unfortunately, in the real world, things don't move like that. It moves pretty fast. I do go to the gym, but thank you for the reply. Hope you go to the gym too. And walking does a lot for you, sir. Does great. Does wonders. Now, when you start seeing me, what do you see? Oh, the new information. Well, someone on the internet, we're not going to say who, sent the defense some things that they could use in the trial, or maybe they couldn't. But this person thought that it would be very essential to the case, and it's a video, and they should be able to use it. We won't say who that person is. But they got it at 1 in the morning, and they submitted it in trial. You didn't think it was, it just happens to be, you know, a coincidence that I tell you guys something on the video, and then the next day it appears up in trial. Doing my side too, right?
Everybody's getting done today. I would have been here yesterday, but the weather, I was...
Yeah, that's what my mom was, she was visiting, so she was expecting to see you yesterday. But yeah, go ahead and do it, because I'm probably going to be gone.
No problem.
All right. Nah, I've been exhausted, bro. I've been doing a lot of driving around, a lot of stuff going on, so I gotta get my guns out the car. Yeah. My mama see this, she freak out. Mom court show. I'm gonna miss my mom out here. One thing for sure, the house smell real nice with mom's here. That's the truth.
says in the documents that I have in front of me, you had to go, you had no right to be there anymore. So then on that day where she was no longer authorized to bring it over, that's when the murder started.
Okay, I'm trying to check in for my phone. You turn that TV off.
All right. Yeah, the landscaper out there, if you want to tell him so. I said a landscaper out there.
I see that lady cutting up right.
Yeah, she done got rid of the landscaper. She want to do it herself. Yeah, she does all the gardening, and he
Already gorgeous.
let her.
How we got those cabinets out there.
Yeah.
When I come back and stay for a month next year.
No, well, you'll be here by yourself.
Why?
Cause I'll probably be gone in 2 weeks. I was like, you want to sleep in a hammock? Go ahead. Then when the squirrel land on you.
No, it was squirrel that woke me up this morning. I got them to close the window before they came in the room. I ain't heard a squirrel since I've been here this morning. I was like, oh, it woke me up. I said, one night I go to bed late. Here they come.
Well, at least you'll sleep on the plane.
What, tomorrow?
Moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms after taking medication like
Oh yeah. Ugh. Yeah, nobody listen to Nancy Grace no more.
But God willing, me and Tio, or just me, will be here in November for Renzo's birthday party. His 70th birthday party.
They say you and who?
Tio or me will be here for Lorenzo's birthday party. So I think what we'll do is probably come the week before Thanksgiving, because trying to come on Thanksgiving, you probably have to book your flight on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, I don't know what would make her throw that party on Thanksgiving.
No, it's a surprise, so he don't know about it. He doesn't know about it. It's a surprise party.
I know that, but I'm saying during Thanksgiving weekend. His actual birthday is the 4th. Well, I said, no, when we gave Bobby, we had his party almost like 10 days before his birthday. I said, he didn't have a clue. And Brad's, we had like 10 days after his birthday. We had it after his birthday, because he was mad. Oh, yeah, he was. No, he was mad at me. That's what the cursing out came. Yeah, he told Sean and all them. Yeah. Then, yeah, Sharon didn't give me no party, but gave Bobby one and all of that. Gave everybody else a party, but didn't give me a party. Yep. You got a wife, you got other siblings. I live in Florida, and you looking for me to give you a party. Yeah, I'm at it. I go out my way for everybody. Nobody did nothing. They just called me. It's cheap as hell when they had the party. Cheap as hell. You could have bought him for 2 cents. Go shine, yep. Yeah, I'm black, Tony. Yep, he owe you a apology. Yeah, he did. Oh, that was something else. Yeah, he did. But they wasn't gonna do nothing.
Danny doesn't like to sit back and then I paid for the party. Because Bobby wanted to get involved and he didn't understand. We had the parties where he doing the show, because then we don't have to pay for a DJ, none of that. And he gonna book it at his friend's bar. And we had to pay for the food and everything. Because the food was $200 and something. And I paid for that. Because Bobby was like, oh, I said, I'll just pay for it, Bobby. And then we had to pay for the plates. Yeah, this was the thing. I'm so glad Brian Mary Stacy, I don't know what he did. Because it wasn't long after that, he come calling me to borrow some money. I was like, are you kidding me? I said, all the money you owe me, and I said, I just spent